Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Young and Restless Preview. Billy faces Phyllis's fury, and Lily receives word from Aristotle Dumas. In the latest video preview for Young and the Restless, Phyllis is furious, Damien arranges a meeting, and Chelsea has her doubts. Lily's made it clear that she wants to know who Aristotle Dumas is and what possible designs he has on her family's company. Next week, Damien tells Lily, "As promised, I sent word to Aristotle Dumas to try and arrange a meeting with you." She asks, and Damien says he wants to know why she wants a meeting and what, exactly, she's after. How long before we finally stop playing 20 questions and meet the mysterious Mr. Dumas? Last week, Chelsea asked Lauren for advice about leaving Marchetti to work with Adam and the Newmans. Now she's having second thoughts about her decision. Chelsea tells Adam, "I just joined your family's company, so I can't help but wonder about the timing. Is this Victor's way of testing my loyalty?" After trying to convince Phyllis that Daniel didn't want to work with them and she was smothering her son, Billy was left with no choice but to fire her. She begged him not to do this, but he felt she needed to take time off for herself and they'd revisit her employment in the future. And after offering Phyllis's job to Sally, you just knew Phyllis wouldn't take this turn of events lying down. Coming up, as Sally looks on, a seemingly drunk Phyllis warns Billy he's going to be sorry he did this to her. Read the Young and Restless spoilers to find out what Jack demands of Billy and who Victoria turns to about Cole. The weather may be warming up outside, but things are positively scorching in Genoa City, emotionally, that is. With secrets unraveling, tempers flaring, and surprise names resurfacing from the shadows of the past, The Young and the Restless is gearing up for a week of explosive confrontations, long-awaited answers, and tantalizing twists. This preview centers around two dramatic fulcrums: Billy Abbott's unraveling as Phyllis Summers targets him with the full force of her righteous rage, and Lily Winters receiving an enigmatic message from the elusive Aristotle Dumas, a name not uttered in Genoa City for years. But why now? Let's break it all down. Chapter 1. Billy's Walk on the Coals. Billy Abbott is no stranger to being in hot water. In fact, he practically thrives in it. Whether it's gambling, affairs, or undermining the corporate world he both resents and profits from, Billy has often danced at the edge of chaos. But this time, the fire is very real, and it's wearing red lipstick and stilettos. Phyllis Summers is on a warpath, and Billy's in the center of her crosshairs. What did Billy do this time? That's the question echoing through the Grand Phoenix, across the Newman boardroom, and inside Chancellor Winter's conference halls. The answer is complicated, as it always is with Billy, but at the heart of it lies betrayal, blurred boundaries, and a ghost from Phyllis's recent past: leverage. Sources close to the situation say that Billy recently uncovered a piece of information that could have easily upended the house of cards Phyllis has rebuilt since faking her death and making her enemies look like fools. Rather than use the info to protect her, or even warn her, Billy chose to hold on to it, hedging his bets depending on how his alliances played out. That, in Phyllis's book, is not only cowardly, it's treason. In a fiery scene airing early next week, expect Phyllis to confront Billy at Society in a verbal showdown that reportedly left crew members applauding after the first take. Sources describe the scene as a blend of old-school Phyllis with new-age venom, complete with callbacks to their tumultuous romantic past and Billy's long record of making enemies out of lovers. "You think you're clever, Billy," Phyllis hisses at one point. "But you're just a boy who likes matches. And eventually you always burn everything down, including the people who love you." If you're rooting for a Billy redemption arc, you may want to brace yourself, because it seems this run-in with Phyllis is only the beginning of a larger reckoning. Chapter 2. The Phantom of Genoa City. Aristotle Dumas returns? It's not often Y&R pulls a name from the vault that makes viewers lean forward. But next week, Lily Winters receives a cryptic envelope with only 3 words on the outer flap from Aristotle Dumas. For newer fans, the name may not ring bells. But for those who remember the shadowy political dealings surrounding Chancellor Winters' early days, Aristotle Dumas was a powerful mover, a venture capitalist with global interests, an enigmatic demeanor, and a personal history interwoven with Lily's mother, Drusilla. That's right, Drusilla. Which raises one major question. Could Aristotle's sudden reemergence signal a long-gestating story tied to the Winters matriarch herself? The letter inside is just as opaque. Sources say it includes a key, coordinates, and a single sentence. The truth about your mother is not buried, only hidden. Is this a tease of a possible Drusilla Winters return? Or another manipulation in a long line of corporate and emotional power plays? Lily is stunned, to say the least, and understandably skeptical. What's especially interesting is how this letter lands at a moment when Lily is emotionally vulnerable. Her relationship with Daniel is strained following Heather's return. Chancellor Winters is facing internal pressure, and Billy, her ex, is spiraling once again. She's yearning for clarity, for grounding. And Aristotle Dumas might offer both, or neither. Lily is pulled into a mystery, an insider teases. One that forces her to reevaluate everything she thought she knew about her family, her history, and herself. Chapter 3. The Ripple Effects. Phyllis versus Billy and Lily's entanglement with Aristotle Dumas might seem like 2 separate stories, but longtime viewers know that in Genoa City, no storyline is ever truly isolated. Let's start with Billy. His confrontation with Phyllis may serve as a gateway to a broader falling out with Victoria and even Jill. Jill Abbott has long tolerated Billy's messes, often cleaning them up behind the scenes, but she's reportedly had enough. Insiders reveal that Jess Walton, Jill, has filmed scenes where she gives her son an ultimatum, and it's said to be one of her most commanding performances in years. Meanwhile, Phyllis's own storm may pull Summer and Daniel back into her chaotic orbit, precisely when they were trying to distance themselves from their mother's schemes. Especially Daniel, who's now trying to rekindle things with Lily. How will he react when Lily confides in him about the Dumas letter? You always think the past is done, Lily says in a yet-to-air monologue. Until it calls your name, and you realize it's been watching you the whole time. Then there's Devon, who may find himself revisiting his own feelings about family secrets. As Lily's brother, he'll want to protect her, but as someone who's spent years grappling with the Chancellor legacy, he may also see this new thread as a dangerous distraction. And yet he's intrigued. Chapter 4. Conspiracy Theories and Fan Buzz. It wouldn't be a true YNR preview without a little speculation. The name Aristotle Dumas has already lit up social media. Some fans believe this is a setup for Drusilla's miraculous return, potentially recast, or with Victoria Rowell herself returning in a limited arc. Others believe it's tied to a corporate power grab, with Dumas intending to manipulate Chancellor Winters through Lily. And then there's a more radical theory, that Dumas is actually related to Neil Winters, perhaps even a half-brother, and that his message to Lily is the first breadcrumb in a much larger Winters family secret. Some users on fan forums are even speculating that the truth Dumas refers to could involve the circumstances around Drusilla's presumed death, suggesting she may have survived the cliff fall after all. It's juicy. It's wild. And it's exactly the kind of mystery YNR hasn't done in a while. Chapter 5. What it means for the future. So, where does all this leave us? Billy is on the verge of a spectacular unraveling, and not in the way he'd prefer. Phyllis's fury isn't just performative, it's a turning point. If Billy loses both Lily and Jill's trust, he'll be more isolated than he's been in years. That could either lead to redemption or destruction. Lily, on the other hand, stands at the edge of a storyline that could redefine her entire sense of self. If Dumas' letter holds any truth, the Winters family could be in for seismic revelations. It's a chance for Lily to emerge from the shadows of Billy and Daniel and claim a story of her own, one deeply rooted in the family legacy that has shaped Genoa City for decades. And if Phyllis's instincts are correct, and Billy is playing more than one side of the chessboard, then everyone might need to watch their backs. Closing thoughts: a city on the brink. Genoa City is built on secrets. Every character has skeletons in their closet, and every legacy is stitched together by compromise and ambition. But when old ghosts start sending letters and fiery redheads decide they've had enough, the past comes roaring back with a vengeance. As Billy faces the wrath of a woman who knows him better than he knows himself, and Lily digs into a mystery that could rewrite her family history, viewers are in for a ride that promises heartache, revelation, and maybe, just maybe, redemption. And one thing is certain: the name Aristotle Dumas is no longer just a whisper in the shadows. He's back, and he's got unfinished business.